All right, we're just about set to get this one underway. Players to look for Southern Illinois. You got Mackenzie Bunch. She returns for her 5th year. She led the team in goals last year with 4. She scored that only goal against Jackson State in that season opener last year, and that stood up to beat JSU 1-0. The player to look for Jackson State, we all know, is Kendall Terrell. Kendall Terrell from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. She is a beast. She is a goat. You name whatever animal you come up with. She's a beast. She's a goat. She's a tiger. She does it all.
She is tough as nails, Rob. You got that right. You do not want to go up against Kendall Terrell. Anytime you go up against her, you just see girls flying left and right. She's tall, she's strong, and she's fast, and she's definitely a player that we want to be watching on the field.
The Salukis, coached by Graham Orr in his 2nd season. Jackson State, of course, coached by Coach Dr. Ted Flogaitis. His assistant coach is Kevin Larry. Kevin Larry coming over from Alcorn State. So we're about ready to get this underway. I talked with Coach Flogaitis a couple of days ago, and he was telling me that he has a lot of depth on this team, especially with the goalies, with the goalkeepers. He's really proud of those goalkeepers. So we will see that today with Jordan Hamilton. She is one of the best in the conference.
Yeah, she sure is. I mean, even the few games that I got to do with you in the years past, I remember Jordan. I think I got to watch her junior year, maybe some of her sophomore year as well. And she's a beast. I remember some of the best games the Tigers had. Really, Jordan put the Tigers on her back. You know, defense wins games.
Yes, ma'am. And did you get a chance to watch any of the soccer in the Olympics?
I did. I watched all the soccer in the
watched
Olympics.
All of it? Yeah,
yes, the Olympics it was just phenomenal. You know, shout out to the U.S. women's national team. They brought home the gold, well-deserved, even after losing in the World Cup. It was just a heartbreaker. It wasn't the same team that we saw in the Olympics.
Well, it's a little, it's kind of overcast a little bit. That may help out with the temperature a little bit. I talked to the referee before the game, and he said he's going to gauge it to see how many water breaks they take.
Yeah, I definitely was thinking that, now with certain regulations, I know water breaks are really given often, and they're needed because soccer is one of those sports where cardio is majority of it and agility is a lot of it. So water breaks are going to be necessary. And, really to put things into perspective, you don't really get into soccer shape until you actually really start playing games. So I know a lot of these girls are fresh out of preseason, fresh out of training all summer, but nothing gets you in soccer shape and nothing gets you into soccer shape unless you're in these real game situations.
All right, we're about ready to get it underway, Michaela.
Yes, we are.
Jackson State in their blue jerseys, the Salukis in their white.
And the Salukis starting with 7 players
gets you
right
into
here on the
soccer
white
shape
line unless you're in these really hammering it in on this right side here, which is exactly where this left back is going to go. And the Salukis keeper is going to get her first touch on the ball. And a big one out right here. It's going to be a battle between the Salukis player and 11 for the Tigers.
Jackson State is very physical.
And the Tigers are going to get their first throw, and it looked like 20 here struggled to find some sort of outlet out of the back here. Saw her having a few words with her teammates. Both teams are really working to just find their rhythm, set the tone for the rest of the game, see how they want to play, their personality, what kind of team do they want to be this Thursday afternoon.
That's Jordan Hamilton with her first touch of the game.
It sure is.
Jordan out of Shreveport, Louisiana. She is the robotic bull riding champion here at Jackson State.
Robotic bull riding, how about that?
Oh, yeah.
How does that translate to soccer?
When nothing's going on, that's how it translates. We'd like to thank all of those for tuning in here on the JSU Sports Network. Rob J. Michaela Franklin, Hightower, bringing you the action this afternoon in Jackson, Mississippi.
Hey, Rob, talk to me about this Tigers painting across the center field here. That's new.
That's from the robotic. I don't know what you call it, but it paints the lines. It paints whatever you
Oh, wow.
program into it. It's a little
High-tech
robot.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a little robot.
Now we're really looking to see what team can connect at least, 3 to 5 passes consecutively. Like I mentioned, Rob, I think both teams are still working to find their identity, what kind of team they want to be today. Is it going to be possession? Is it going to be long balls? It's a big part of the first 10 minutes of a half.
Jackson State picked to finish second in the SWAC this season behind Grambling once again. JSU and Grambling met in the SWAC tournament finals for 2 years in a row. JSU winning 2 years ago, Grambling winning last year.
And Southern Illinois really utilizing their back three here, but it looks like they're struggling to just find an outlet.
Well done, Riley.
And that right back's going to go long right into JSU's defense. And it looks like it's 1v1 with the keeper at number 9.
That's McKinley Stiff with that shot that just went a little bit over the goal, went awry a little bit. No score. 41 minutes on the clock. Counting down from 45 minutes here in this first half.
A big tackle there.
There's a lot of speed to this Jackson State team. I was talking with one of the players last week, and she told me that what they pride themselves on. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow, a really risky play there by Jordan. And Southern Illinois just couldn't capitalize on that. Those are the areas, that final third of the field, that you really have to take care of the ball. You get into dangerous situations like that, it can really change the trajectory of the game. Fantastic ball there.
You may hear Coach Flo Gaddis from time to time. He's right under the press box. Wow.
Looks like Jasmine Blake Jackson may be injured. She's back up on her feet now.
Watch his playing a long ball right footed. I talked to you about that 5 minutes ago. Put her on her left. She has no left.
JSU having scored one goal this year, and that was actually an exhibition play. That was against Southern Miss, and that was from the foot of Kendall Terrell.
We're not shocked here. Looks like 21's got some speed there, and she's going to go for a shot. And it's no good, just right outside that left post.
Still no score, 36-49 and counting here in the first half. Clock counting down from 45 minutes. Southern Illinois, they won only one game last year. They were 1-11-5, and that one win was against Jackson State.
And I'm sure they'll be looking to do the same thing today
But that's
to
ain't
kick
gonna
off
happen
the
today.
season.
Get that out of their mind.
There's a whole lot of soccer to play. So far, Southern Illinois has had about 2 attempts on the JSU goalkeeper, and their third there, a close one.
Wow.
Jordan Hamilton got that off. Now it's going to be a corner kick for Southern Illinois. You know, in times like these, when you've got a 3-back as defenders, you really got to stay organized. You've got to stay tight. You've got to communicate. It's something that looks like the Lady Tigers may be struggling to do or working to figure out right now. It's still early on in the game, but the Southern Illinois ladies, they are finding those holes in those pockets right now in Jackson State's defense.
And this is one thing that Jackson State worked on was those corner kicks. They work on that a lot in practice.
Set pieces win games, and they lose games as well. And 3 is going to have a shot on goal, and Jordan Hamilton again with another save in that lower right corner. You can see Hamilton right now high-fiving her teammates, but also trying to get organized and trying to just figure out what is going on back there. That is probably the 4th attempt, I believe I've counted, that Southern Illinois has had on the Lady Tigers, and now the Lady Tigers are forced to defend yet another corner kick by Southern Illinois.
Great job by Jordan Hamilton. She dove to keep that ball out of the net.
She sure did. And number 21, Ashlyn Henry from Overland Park, Kansas, a midfielder, will be taking that corner kick, and it looks like it's going to be another corner kick. 3 in a row,
Wow.
Hopefully not 3rd time's the charm.
Hopefully not.
Jackson State will be defending another corner kick again. And that ball is up, and it's a goal for Southern Illinois, just right off of 22's head. Wow. I may have jinxed it there. It was 3rd time's the charm for Southern Illinois. They get themselves on the board first for the first game to kick off their season.
Juliana Ballesteria, the freshman from San Diego, with that goal at the 34-minute mark of the first half.
Hopefully the Jackson State Lady Tigers will come together here. Still a lot of soccer to play, 33 minutes left of the first half. can already sense the pace of the game has changed. Lady Tigers already seem eager to get themselves an equalizer here.
I know that has to be disheartening for Coach Flogaitis as much as they work on those corner kicks.
Yeah, Coach Flogaitis, he is competitive like many other coaches, and I know he'll definitely be thinking about what to do in the second half differently as the clock nears the second half. Not entirely. Still 32 minutes to go. It'd be nice to really see if the Lady Tigers defense can connect with some of the midfielders. It looks like they're trying to go long. They're just not quite connecting. You know, at this level, you really don't want to get into a track race with each other. You know, the next girl is just as fast as you are, just as strong. Sometimes it's better to just go short, ping the ball around, connect with your midfielders, and see if you can find someone's feet first before you go long.
Again, this is the season opener for both of these schools. JSU has played 2 exhibition games. SIU playing its first game of the season, or its first match of the season.
The Lady Tigers are playing a high press game right now. A little bit early and a little too hot. Southern Illinois is going to try to come right back down their field. The referee is going to call a foul.
He called a foul on JSU. I think this is that same ref that was calling fouls in the exhibition game. I almost threw some water down on him.
Oh, no.
You would have got me out of, you would have bombed me out.
I sure would have, Rob. I would have held you back. And that foul's going to be on Riley Larson, number 6 from Washington, a transfer from Portland State.
She's a good player.
She is. She is connecting, doing a good job at connecting the defense to the forwards, really controlling that midfield. Tigers are going to have it out, but 14 is going to have it right back in. A little game of ping pong there. And Kendall Terrell is at it.
Here come the Lady
Forwards
Tigers.
going at her. No. And she's out to the right, and it's going to be a shot off, and it's going to hit the top bar. A fantastic attempt by the Lady Tigers. Unlucky. Kareem Antonio Lopez keeps that up. She may have herself a chance to be that hero and give that equalizer for the Lady Tigers.
She is a preseason all-SWAC selection along with Kendall Terrell. So, wow, that was just it. I think it hit that bar, didn't it?
It did. It did hit the crossbar. A junior from Murray, Utah, all the way in Mississippi. Oh, and it looks like the Lady Tigers are putting themselves in a dangerous situation here, but they're going to recover that ball.
Good job.
Back at the feet of Kendall Terrell. She is going to look for these forwards, but not quite connect with them.
Kendall has a strong leg. You know, she kicked field goals in her high school back in Hattiesburg.
I believe that. I do believe that. She can pretty much shoot it from 40 yards out. You can hear the Southern Illinois coach shouting at his players to move around. and move off the ball. Really important in this kind of sport.
That's Coach Graham Orr in his second season with this team out of the Missouri Valley Conference. Jackson State out of the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
We've got a free kick here for Southern Illinois. Got number 14, Marta Thorn from Barcelona, Spain. And the referee is calling offsides on Southern Illinois. It's going to be a Jackson State free kick here on the left side of the field.
JSU will throw it in. It's not as hot as we expected. I guess the cloud coverage is kind of keeping that temperature at bay.
Not too hot, but when you're running around, I am sure the ladies are feeling the heat right about now. It is muggy out. Oh, but these girls are built for it. It is 1-0 Southern Illinois with 26 minutes to go of this first half.
Riley Mulick throws it in for SIU. 25
And they're
minutes.
going to get a crossover here. Not quite a connection here. JSU coming down the center of the field. You've got number 11, Kayla Williams, taking it. She can't quite connect that pass. She's going to try again with a slide tackle. And it's going to be a Jackson State throw-in. Southern Illinois is really sitting in deep here on this throw-in. Riley Larson here. Coach Flagaitis telling his players to try and keep the ball. We are seeing a lot of kickball, but it's really normal and natural. As I mentioned, the first game of the season. Players still trying to feel each other out. You've got returners, newcomers. The chemistry most likely isn't there just yet.
Even though they played 2 exhibition games, you're still working on chemistry?
Oh, 100%. It takes a lot of moving pieces. It's like a game of chess. It takes a lot of time, maybe 3 to 5 games before they really get it down. It looks like it's going to be a foul on Jackson State. Southern Illinois free kick here. Lady Tigers are holding their line deeper.
Clock counting down from 24 minutes here in the first half.
Usually around this time where the referee will call a water break for the players. It's unclear if he'll do that today, though. I know, Rob J., you mentioned that was still up in the air.
Yeah, I talked with him before the game, and he told me he said he's going to gauge how the players are feeling, whether or not to call a water break. So apparently everybody's doing okay so far. And I see you taking your water break several times.
Hydration is key. Where's your water? Oh, wait. That's Sprite.
It's gone already.
looks like Jackson State will be looking to make some changes. We've got number 19, Olivia Harper Bennett, from Toronto, Canada, looking to check into the game. I believe Harper played as a midfielder and a forward last year.
Absolutely. It's good to see Harper back coming from that injury, and she is doing well. She's a broadcasting major,
Good
by the
for
way.
her. Maybe she'll join us someday. And Kendall Terrell's on foot. Couldn't quite get there. A Costa Rican native. You believe that? Their keeper's from Costa Rica.
Wow. How did she find Southern Illinois from Costa Rica?
That's a good question.
Aren't you from Costa Rica? You're from California.
California. A battle here on that right sideline. Tigers looking to get it into Kendall Terrell's feet, but looks like they're not going to win this battle. And this Southern Illinois player, she is fast. Number 22, Juliana Ballesteri. She scored that first goal, the San Diego, California native. Couldn't quite get that cross off. That definitely is a player they want to keep a close eye on and really consider how they're going to match up with her throughout the duration of the rest of the game. And it looks like we're going to get our water break, Rob J.
All right, got a water break.
You can pull out your Diet Coke now.
21-minute mark of the first half. We will take a break with these ladies and return.
We can do it. Oh, I'll be fine.
All right, welcome back to the Jackson State Soccer Complex. 20 minutes on the clock as we count down from 45 minutes. Jackson State trails 1-0 here in the first half.
Yeah, a little bit of a break, but I bet not long enough for these girls. They've still got quite a bit of time left on the clock. 1-0, Southern Illinois. JSU looking to get that equalizer here. Coach Flagaitis making a change. Harper Bennett is in the game. She is in the midfield, a key component of connecting that defense to the offense. Let's see if Harper can do just that.
JSU trying to get that ball in the net. Again, trailing by 1. First regular season game of the year for JSU.
And I just have to shine a spotlight right now on number 10, Kareem Antonio Lopez. She is doing a fantastic job of keeping that ball. Anytime she's under pressure, she's relaxed, she's poised, she's technical.
Yeah, she's a member. She was named to the All SWAC preseason team this year. And Coach, like I said, Coach Flogaitis, very excited about his team, saying they're very deep. Oh, here we go. Good job by the Lady Tigers. One player from Southern Illinois that is from Mississippi is Jakaya Michael. She played at Clinton High School, and she led Clinton to the 6A state finals in 2020 and 2022. She was named the player of the game in the 21 Central Mississippi All-Star game.
And what about 37? Layla Jackson, a senior from Jackson, Mississippi.
Played at Jackson Academy.
There we go.
She transferred in from Southern University. Member of the JSU ladies. So good team here that Coach has assembled for the 24th season. Coach Flogaitis along with Coach Kevin Larry. Ball goes back to SIU. Under 20 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, and with those under 20 minutes, it looks like Coach Flogaitis is making another change right now. We've got number 14, Alon Sheffield from Atlanta, Georgia. She's a sophomore coming from Georgia Cyber Academy. I believe I remember her playing last year.
Absolutely.
She played in defense, right?
Absolutely.
She was fantastic. I remember her.
Ooh.
We got number 6, Riley Larson, coming out, a senior from Washington. And in goes Elon Sheffield.
Riley transferred in from Portland State, so it's good to have her here at Jackson State. Oh, here we go.
It's a 3v4 situation right now.
Under 16 to play here in the first half. Oh.
Wow. Another close attempt by Southern Illinois. Number 18, Sierra O'Grady from Toronto. Couldn't quite get it on frame. But again, JSU's defense is looking a little shaky. There's some holes there, some things they need to get sorted out. Something I know will definitely be on Coach Flogaitis' mind going into this second half.
95 degrees is the temperature right now as Jackson State throws it in. Here's Kendall.
Southern Illinois player.
JSU back on the SIU side of the field. Can't seem to get anything going. 14 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the first half. Lady Tigers trailing 1-0 here in this opening game of the year for the Lady Tigers.
Looks like Southern Illinois really has the Lady Tigers defense on their heels right now. Hopefully they can turn things around. You know, I really think if they can get Kendall Terrell the ball at her feet in the right position of the field, she can really rip it off and hopefully give the Tigers a good chance of getting that equalizer. It's really hard to imagine, Rob, that Southern Illinois only won one game last year.
1-1, lost 11, tied 5.
They really don't look like a team that's only won one game. And we've got some new players checking into the game, number 11 and number 32 for Southern Illinois. That is 11, Hannah Elkeber from Rancho Cucamonga, California, and 32, Kylie McDermott from Eastvale, California. And 22, Juliana Ballesteri coming out. She's the player that scored the only lone goal this first half so far. And for the Lady Tigers, we've got some more subs coming in that are lining up.
Looks like Michaela Day getting set to come in. And Maya Askew. Still plenty of time in this game. We're in the first half. Under 13 minutes to play in the first half. Lady Tigers trailing 1-0 in the game.
Yeah, a ton of time, and, you know, we can come into the second half and see a completely different team. I know Coach Flagaitis is going to be talking about organization, specifically with that 3-back. And maybe getting some of their forwards involved here in the game.
You know, you mentioned, Michaela, that SIU won only one game last year. JSU won 10. Won 10 games, lost 10. They had the conference record of 7-2 with that loss to Grambling in the SWAC tournament.
Wow, yeah, I mean, you know, I think it really just comes down to chemistry and it being the first game of the season. Those first games are just always so tough. Like I mentioned, the chemistry isn't all the way there. The girls really probably still getting into shape, coming back from summer break. You know, you can do all of the running, the sprints, the weightlifting, but nothing compares to a real-life soccer game situation. I know these girls are athletic. We've seen them play. They'll have to really step into that and grow into that as they continue to play more games and get into that 5 to 6 day practice week routine.
We had a break from the sun for a few minutes, but now the sun is coming through the clouds and it's starting to get hot once again, as if it wasn't hot.
Kendall Terrell tried to go up for a header there.
Oh, hopefully she's okay.
And the ref's going to call a foul.
Kendall is one of the top players, not only on this team, but on this campus. She's one of the best players on this entire campus at Jackson State University.
Maybe she go right next to you in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame.
She needs to be. But I'm not in there, or the Jackson State Hall of Fame.
And we had a free kick on the Tigers, and it looks like it's going to be a corner kick as the ladies file in to the box. Set pieces win games, and set pieces lose games. That's exactly how Southern Illinois capitalized on their lone goal advantage right now off of a set piece. The Lady Tigers were forced to defend 3 corner kicks in a row. On that third corner kick is when Southern University capitalized. Now, Jackson State will have their turn. I haven't really seen many corner kicks for the Lady Tigers so far this first half. Oh, oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
Very close call there. Not sure what happened. Some sort of collision. There's a Southern Illinois player on the ground right now. Doesn't look too good. She's down on her back. It looked like she may have had some sort of collision with the keeper, but I think she's going to be okay. She's going to get back up, shake it off. That's number 14, Marta Forn from Barcelona, Spain. Took quite a fall there.
Let me tell you something.
Who headed that ball, but it went off the
If
crossbar.
that happens to me, after I finish crying, I'm going home and lay down. I'm giving
With the
coach
nice
my
pack
jersey.
on your head?
Yeah,
And
I'll
a
say,
juice
Coach,
box?
you had his jersey. I'm going home and lay down. She took a big hit.
She sure did.
It's good to see she's okay. Wow. Oh, no.
And we've got Hannah Elkeberg looking to come down that right side of the field, but it's going to be a throw-in for Southern Illinois. And we've got another Lady Tiger looking to check into the game here as a substitute, number 4, Erin Kate, a forward from Syracuse, Utah, also a freshman.
We're coming up on 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Lady Tigers trying to get on the board and tie this thing up.
And it's going to be in the hands of Jordan Hamilton, the senior, looking to get her players up and in. Get everyone organized here. And a big one right
Wow.
past the halfway line.
I need to tell T.C. Taylor about her.
You sure do.
He already has one of Coach Logata's soccer players on his team. And Leilani.
Lady Tigers is doing a really good job at keeping the ball, but a little bit of a hiccup here on that right side, but she's going to recover, crank those jets. Oh, and it's going to be straight into another Southern player, but back into the feet of a JSU Lady Tiger. The ladies really shifting the ball from the right side of the field to the left side of the field. Keeping possession. Kendall Terrell's calling for feet here. And she's going to go into Harper Bennett. And a fantastic move and a foul. The referee calling a foul on Southern Illinois' number 18, Sierra O'Grady from Toronto. That foul on number 10, Kareem Antonio Lopez. Antonio Lopez tried to pull the ball back and ended up on the ground. The referee doing a good job so far of calling those fouls. And he's calling another one right at the top of the arc. Somehow Kendall Terrell ended up on the ground. The ladies are having a word with the ref, not happy about it. And of course, they're going to do the old trick in soccer to delay time. Stand right in front of the ball. The ref is obviously going to move them the appropriate feet back. But the Lady Tigers, Kendall, she's got a boot on her. They're in a great position right now to get an equalizer. Can Kendall Terrell do it?
Absolutely.
Oh, these are the most daunting situations, being in that wall, knowing that you can take a ball to the face. Wow! And Kendall Terrell!
Oh, my
Is gonna have
goodness!
that equalizer. Wow, the Southern Illinois ladies were jumping up and down in the wall thinking Kendall Terrell would go up high, but instead Terrell went down low, Nobody saw it. The keeper was blocked in plain view, and Kendall Terrell is going to sneak that ball right past the players, right past the keeper to get that equalizer. 1-1. Southern Illinois and JSU, we've got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
We talked about Kendall in the pregame. I told you she was a goat. She was a beast. I said, caught any animal you can, and Kendall Terrell delivers. Wow.
She sure delivers, and she's going to get a little bit of a break right now. 1-1. Great pride from Terrell right now. Her players are bringing her in. She's getting a break. It looks like we've got 23 Kalia Tablado in the game as a substitute for Terrell.
Great job by Kendall. Now, what Jackson State has to do is not celebrate too much. It happened in that exhibition game against Southern Miss.
Yeah, these ladies are pumped up, and they've got all the momentum right now just to finish out the last 5 minutes of this first half. We've got fresh legs in, which means more energy. So we'll get to see exactly what these ladies can do the last 5 minutes of this first half.
That was the first ever goal Jackson State has scored against Southern Illinois in the series between these two schools.
Yeah, you know, I said it, Rob J. These ladies were definitely going to be looking to get some sort of revenge, some sort of different story as they had last year when they lost to Southern Illinois, which you mentioned ended up being Southern Illinois' only win of the season. It's looking like we're going to have a different story this Thursday.
Wow.
And the Salukis are looking to make another substitution, another change. We've got number 29, Dory Latenser from Kansas City, Kansas, looking to come into the game.
Oh, she must be a fan of the Super Bowl champs. She's got to be.
Maybe she brought you some memorabilia.
She's from the Mecca. But we talked about Kendall Terrell. I just told you she's not only the best player on this campus.
It's really incredible, and I know this is exactly the outcome Coach Flogaitis wanted to have. If it wasn't going to be going up in the half, he didn't want to go down in the next half. So going in a tie, it really gives the ladies a chance to come in, reset, get organized, see what exactly they can do differently the next 45 minutes. Incredible header there. It's always amazing. Looks like JSU is looking to play out of some pressure now.
Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first half. We're tied at 1.
Yeah, I think these ladies are really counting down. It looks like some are looking a little bit more fatigued. You know, defenders don't often get changed out, so I know they'll be looking forward for that break coming up here in less than 3 minutes. And a big boot, it's going to be in Jordan Hamilton's hands. And she's going to go right. A fantastic touch there by Alon Sheffield. It looks like Southern Illinois is going to try to play it in. A dangerous situation here for Southern Illinois. And it's going to be a goal kick.
All right. About 96 seconds to go here in the first half. Clock moving. Counting down from 45 minutes. Jackson State has tied it at 1.
Yeah, but it is a tied-up game. Kendall Terrell got that equalizer for JSU on a free kick right at the top of the arc. And for Southern Illinois, they got their first goal on a corner kick.
And that was early in this match. And I talked with Coach Flo Gaddis after that Southern Miss loss, which was 3-1. And he was, as coach, they scored on a penalty kick, and you really outplayed them. He said moral victories means nothing to him. Absolutely nothing. And I agree with him. Oh, here we go. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Rob J., Michaela Franklin Hightower, bringing you the play-by-play story here on the opening day of the soccer season for both these two teams. I want to commend the Southern Illinois administration for traveling this far to play JSU. Ten seconds. And that will wrap up the first half. Very exciting first half. Jackson State falling behind 1-0, and Kendall Terrell ties it just before the half. All right, stay with us. We're going to take a break and let you enjoy some of the halftime festivities, and we will return to the Jackson State Soccer Complex. Again, our score, Southern Illinois 1, JSU 1.
Some unfortunate news that we just received from the referees. There is a lightning delay. We are seeing a few clouds out here. It's a typical Mississippi summer. These storms, they come in through and they go.
Yeah, I want everybody to be safe. They have these metal seats out here, so just be as safe as you can.
All right, so I'm gonna give my decent things here. Decent first half for sure. Kind of start off slow as expected. Definitely got to adjust defense on corners. Most of the time in college settings, it's a little bit different when defending on the corner kicks because you want to crowd the box instead of putting a body on somebody. But those are strategies there. I feel like the ladies have been playing some smart ball. They've been passing ball around, keeping the field open. Just making the right plays, making the right passes, keeping their heads up. I think that was absolutely perfect for them to do that. Let me turn that off real quick. And as y'all can see, things happen when Kendall Terrell gets the ball. Because I don't think anybody, I ain't gonna say anybody. I feel like most people would have took that shot to go upper 90, put a spin on it, go upper 90. But the way that she went underneath the wall to where the keeper didn't see it coming at all was absolutely chef's kiss. Like, it does not get any better than that. So what I'm hoping to see when they get back in the second half, a little bit better defense on set pieces. Because honestly, it should be 1-0 right now. Jackson State, honestly. It should be 1-0. I think that corner kick should have never. Somebody should have been there to put a head on the ball other than than Southern Illinois, because it to me, it felt like she was wide open. And as you can see, as you saw in the first half, the keeper, she was telling the defense, get it together, but overall, decent first half. I'm hoping they can adjust during the half and turn it back around. Just even saying that Southern Illinois only won one game last year compared to Jackson State's 10 is like, there's no way we should not be pouncing right now. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is the official first game of the season. First game jitters. Now that's out the way. Take over. It is time to take over at this point. Another thing that I did see was most of the time when Southern Illinois' keeper had the ball and it was on the ground, I feel like they should have been pressuring a little bit. Like, I know Kendall's the top striker, so maybe have her push the keeper and have your wings push up on the outside, because you don't want to turn. You don't want the defenders to turn in that situation. You want to keep them on their side of the field. See what I'm saying? So you definitely want to put pressure on them, especially if the keeper doesn't have the ball in their hands, because you can go up there and steal the ball regardless. Quay said she was like that in Hattiesburg, in H-Burg. I bet she was. I mean, for her, like, her height, if she does not at least make, if she does not make, like, the national team, or at least the women's MLS, it's some people missing out, bro, because she is legit. Like, she is really legit. Let me put this back on real quick. Wings. Yeah, so basically wings are like your outside, depending on what formation they're running. It looks like they might be running a 4-5-1. I can't really tell. But they're basically like your outside strikers or midfields. We call them wings. Most people call them midfielders or outside strikers. So, yeah. But I do appreciate everybody that is come through to watch the game. You might be lurking in the chat right now because you might be at work, because we're all at work. But I definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Hopefully we'll get the second half up and going. Just a reminder that their screen goes out every once in a while. Not sure why. I don't know if it's on their end or if I'm not necessarily subscribed to the Jackson State network. So it may black out for like a couple minutes or a couple seconds and then come back in. So whenever it does that, I'm going to turn my display off and wait for it to come back. Obviously, I'm a little bit ahead of y'all because it is delayed here on YouTube. So I'm going to keep my comments to myself. I'm not going to say a word until it happens on YouTube, all right? But anyway, I'm going to go back into hiding. Y'all enjoy. Hopefully we get this dub out. Bearded out.